We are going big with this WBIR Friendsgiving recipe because we're talking turkey, a whole turkey, in fact. And Sam is joining us now to talk about this recipe.
Oh my goodness. So my family grew up doing this. We would make a turkey, as many people do, on Thanksgiving. We'd make a turkey every year. And what's so fun about this is that it got the whole family involved. So there is something for everyone to do, no matter the age level, and it's so easy.
And so we're making the brine for the turkey.
Exactly. So we have all of the ingredients set out. So we have oranges, we have jalapenos, garlic, cilantro, brown sugar. And you want to make sure, if you're going to do this recipe, that you do it in advance. So you are going to want to make this brine, and you're going to want to have the turkey sit in it for 2 days.
2 days? Okay.
2 days. So you want the turkey to soak up all this flavor. So also make sure you have some sharpened knives because it involves a lot of chopping.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna get started. So first off, we have a few ingredients in here. I started out by putting in a gallon of water and a lot of onions.
Okay. And that's why we have something so big, because the turkey is going to go in here. All right.
Exactly.
And so now you're adding in?
Exactly. This is 1 packed cup of brown sugar. It's just going to go straight in there. And now we're going to start off with what's on our cutting board. So first we're going to chop up a little bit of the cilantro. And the great thing also about this is no one's going to see this part. If you're having guests over, family, friends, no one's going to see the brine. So it is pretty with all these colors, but it doesn't really matter what it looks like. If you're not great at cutting onions, if you don't want to fine chop cilantro, that's okay. If you don't like something on here, leave it out. What I will say when it comes to the jalapenos, I know not everyone likes spice, and I will say I am that someone. So
what?
I know.
Okay.
And in my family, that is tough because my grandpa immigrated here from Mexico, and so my entire family loves spice. They love that spicy flavor, and I just can't get behind it. I've tried.
Really?
I know.
But you're okay with this?
But I'm okay with it because the thing is, again, the turkey soaks up the flavor, but don't be afraid of the jalapenos. It doesn't get spicy. It just adds a little bit of that flavor that you really want your turkey to have.
Okay.
I know. And then we're gonna have some garlic. So again, a lot of these strong flavors. I will say, I love garlic, I love onion, and you do probably wanna like those stronger flavors, but I think that's all good in, you know, a Thanksgiving turkey. I think it's kind of what you need. So for every 6 pounds, that's kind of what we're going with. So right now we have a 16-pound turkey. So for every 6 pounds, you want about 4 oranges. You want a 1/4 of a cup of fresh squeezed orange juice. So that is why we have a little bit of this orange juice here. I don't want to squeeze these all by hand. My family usually doesn't. Just throw in some. So you want to have that. You want to have about a 1/4 of a cup of fresh squeezed lemon juice. You want to have 2 jalapenos. Again, these are all per 6 pounds. You want to have that 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So we might throw in a little bit of extra. When it comes to the seasoning, you can measure with your heart. When it comes to garlic, usually it's 2 to 3 cloves of garlic per 6 pounds, but I love that flavor, so I'm gonna add in a little extra. And then same thing with cilantro, you can kind of just measure with whatever looks good to you.
Okay, so you get it all in there, and then you soak your turkey for 2 days.
2 days. So you want to make sure before you put that turkey in there that you wash the bird. You want to make sure that it's really clean. You want to go ahead and tie up the legs. We're going to squeeze that in if you want to help me.
Sure do.
You've got it. So you want to squeeze this all in, and you want to make sure that that turkey is in there for 2 days. And you do want to rotate that turkey. You want to flip it every 12 hours. So you do want to make sure that you're keeping an eye on it. Again, it's all about making sure the bird soaks up that flavor. And so my family actually did not really love turkey. So on Thanksgiving, when I was little, we wouldn't have turkey on Thanksgiving because my family just didn't like it. They always felt like it was dry. Until we found this recipe. Yep. And so that's the best part about this. It is super flavorful, juicy, even for the white meat, which sometimes white meat is a little bit harder to get really flavorful and tender and moist.
I love this so far. I don't even eat turkey, and I'm loving the brine.
Amazing. Now we'll switch over to some lemon. So I'll cut these if you want to go ahead and squeeze some in.
Yes.
So again, I don't have bottled lemon juice, but if you don't want to squeeze all these lemons and you want to just get some of the bottles, that's totally fine.
I'm going to become an expert squeezer by the time we're done with this.
Well, and what's so fun, I mentioned this earlier, but I think part of the reason my family always loved this recipe is there's something for everyone to do. So if you have little kids at home and maybe, you know, knife safety is not something that's been taught yet, that's okay. Parents, older siblings, whoever can chop all the vegetables while the little kids still get to squeeze in some of the ingredients, so the whole family gets involved. And it's kind of that fun, classic Thanksgiving meal that you see like on movies. I mean, it's chaotic. People are yelling at each other. It's crazy, but it's so fun. You got the last two.
And so is that all the ingredients for the brine?
That is all the ingredients for the brine. Again, we are going to season though. So without the seasoning, that's the main ingredients again with that gallon of water added in there. So now we're going to go ahead again, just measure with your heart. So it is between a teaspoon and a tablespoon of all of these different spices. So we don't have any on hand, so we're just going to look at it, measure with our heart. But we will make sure to have those exact measurements if you do want to follow a recipe on our website.
Yes.
But we'll go ahead, we can just sprinkle them in. I'll let you take that one. Just eyeball it. See what you think feels right. Oh.
We got We're going to pretend this is coming. Oh, there we go. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this one's a little stuck too. Okay.
And then we have cumin.
Yep, got cumin.
This is one of my favorite spices, by the way.
Oh, it all smells.
So I'm going in with a lot of this. I hope
do
that's
it.
All right.
No, do it. Again, the turkey will soak it up, but it's not going to hold on to any of that spice, so you won't have any spicy Thanksgiving turkey. And then also, you do want kosher salt. So right now we're working with sea salt. Ideally, you do want some kosher salt.
Okay.
So I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to flip this over, actually.
Oh yeah, get the pour spout open.
There we go.
Yeah.
And we want to do a lot of salt.
Right, because don't forget, we're putting a huge turkey in here, so we want all the good stuff in there.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go. And last thing, a little bit of Creole seasoning.
The good stuff.
Exactly. And I'm not quite tall enough. I can't really see in there, so.
It looks good. It looks good.
Perfect.
Okay, we've got it all mixed up. Now it's time to put in that big old turkey.
Oh.
Sam's carrying it over.
All right, so here it is. You want to make sure, again, it's already, what? Perfect. Oh, look at that. So I'm reaching down in there, making sure the turkey is all the way at the bottom. And now, again, you want it to be fully submerged, so we're going to need a little bit more liquid in there. But look at that, pretty good.
I know, good job in the measurements and everything, and it looks gorgeous. So yeah, like you said, if it didn't come out exactly the level you wanted, just add more.
Exactly, and that's all about it. It's just looking at it, seeing what you have. You want to make sure it's fully absorbed, and you want to try and get as much of that flavor in here. So good thing for us, we have plenty more ingredients. We'll add a little bit, and then again, you just want to flip it every 12 hours.
All right, 2 days ahead of time, folks. This is what you need to do to have a very flavorful turkey on Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
We are back with another WBIR Friendsgiving recipe. This one with Ayanna, and I am excited for this. We're getting really southern with this. What are we making?
Real southern. We're making dressing, not stuffing, and not dressing. Dressing.
That's when you know it's going to be good. And just looking at these ingredients, I cannot wait. Now, this is a recipe from your grandma, right?
Yes, out of East Alabama.
Speaking of Alabama, can we just briefly talk about the sweatshirt?
So, you guys, I am an Alabama fan and a grad, but for y'all, I had to represent today.
I mean, this
and
is
it's
when
cute,
you know
right?
you're serious. Oh, it's adorable. All right, so in your Tennessee sweatshirt, we're going to make some dressing. How do we get
East
started?
Alabama, right. Okay,
Yes.
so first, we have to make the cornbread.
Yes.
Cornbread from scratch, not Jiffy this time.
Oh.
Although I do love a good Jiffy, we're making cornbred from scratch.
I'm already impressed.
Yes, you're going to need 2.5 cups of your cornmeal, 2 eggs. You also need 1/2 cup of buttermilk. And then you're gonna mix it together. And then after you mix that together, to kind of loosen up the consistency, you're gonna add another 1/2 cup of buttermilk, and then 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. And after you mix it, it's gonna kind of look like this. This should be
That's the consistency you
what
want.
you get. Yeah.
And this is just the first step to making this. So
Yeah,
then
this is just the
you're
first
baking
step.
it.
Yep. And then you're gonna bake your cornbread.
Look
This
at
is
that.
what your cornbread is gonna look like.
It looks good, and this is just the base. That would be a good finished product, but that's
No,
just how
it's
we're
a
getting
great
started.
finished product. It's a great finished product, but this is just us getting started.
And so after you get it out of the oven, then you're crumbling up the whole thing.
Yes, we've made our cornbread from scratch.
Yes.
We're proud of that. It looks good. It tastes good with the buttermilk. And then you take it out of the oven, and then you want to crumble the whole thing up. And this is about the consistency that you want.
You want it really nice and crumbly.
Yeah, really nice and crumbly.
No chunks.
No chunks. And then after that, when you crumble it up, you want, while your cornbread is baking, I almost forgot to mention this, while your cornbread is baking, you want to boil 5 eggs. And you also want to chop up about 3 sticks of celery. And you want to chop up about half of a yellow onion. So while the cornbread is baking, you want to do all your prep stuff. And then after the cornbread is done, you crumble it up. And then once it's crumbled, you can start adding these things. So, and then you also, I almost forgot this too, you also want to kind of pick apart about 5 slices of bread, white bread. This helps with the moisture in the dressing.
And should it be, does it have to be stale bread, or is it just regular bread?
Just regular white bread.
All right.
So you add all this stuff in. We can add this in.
Do you want me to help putting that in? And you've got, again, half of the onion here.
Yes.
And then the eggs, which,
Eggs not yet.
Oh!
That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
This is what happens when the sous chef gets involved. Let the chef do her thing.
Okay, we have all that in. It'll mix the same.
Okay,
it's fine.
perfect. I mean, isn't that what they say? When you're eating a bunch of things on a plate, it all goes in the same place anyway.
Right,
is that
exactly.
the same way with cooking? All right.
So all this is in there. And then you want to add your cream of chicken.
And this just is going to bring everything together.
Yes. And you also want to add cream of celery.
We're bringing in all the flavors.
All the flavors are in there. There we go. And you also want to do half of a thing of chicken broth.
I think that's usually about 1 cup.
Yes. Boom, boom, boom.
Or maybe that's 2 cups, half of the thing. But
it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit. And then when you add that all together, you're gonna mix it. And then kind of the same with the cornbread, to make sure you can like loosen up the consistency, you're gonna add the whole rest of the chicken broth.
And you want it to end up with that consistency that you have in that bowl over there. That's how you know. So it should be a little runny because it's got to bake. Now that we've had everything in the bowl, when are you really supposed to add the eggs, Ayana?
So the eggs go in at the end after you mix all your celery, onions, your cream of chicken, cream of celery, the bread, all that mixed together. After it gets kind of like this, then you want to add the eggs in and then do another little mix. So after that, you want to pour your mixture into a pan.
And do you need to prep the pan with any spray or butter?
You can grease your pan with like cooking oil.
Perfect.
And then you just, boom.
How much are you baking that for and how long?
This goes in at 350. If you have an older oven, you might want to turn it up to 450. And it goes in for about an hour.
An hour.
Yes.
All right, so it's really going to bake up.
It is.
And then turn out like...
Voila.
Nice. You can see all of the different things in there, and that is just full of flavor.
It
no
is.
doubt. And this is something that you've, I'm sure, had your whole life with your granny?
Yes. My family cooked like this all year round. So we ate this Thanksgiving, 4th of July.
Well, if you would like to add this to your holiday meal, we're going to give you the recipe as one of the many in our WBIR Friendsgiving. We are capping off our WBIR Friendsgiving with a sweet treat, and I'm excited for this one, a fun cake by Katie Inman. Katie, what are you making today?
So today we are making German chocolate upside down cake. Ooh. So this is a family recipe in my mom's side of the family. So this is technically my Mimi's recipe, but now she has dementia, so she's not able to get into the kitchen, and my mom has made this cake pretty much my whole life. My brother requests this instead of birthday cake.
Oh, well, you know it's good.
Yes, and also this cake is just something whenever I smell it, I think of my mom. So my family also calls it ugly cake. You'll probably find out that reason in a little bit, but excited to show you.
Yeah, let's get started.
Okay. So basically what you're gonna do, you are gonna need a 9x13 dish that is gonna be needed to be greased up pretty well. I've put olive oil around there and on the sides, and then I even put parchment paper there in the bottom because we're gonna flip this cake. So you want it to come out of the pan. So you wanna make sure that is all good to go there. And then you are going to put what's gonna be on the top on the bottom. So we have some pecans. You're gonna take a cup of pecans. I brought my handy little chopper, Brittany,
Yes.
and I'm just gonna demonstrate how that works, you know. I'm just so good at chopping. Wow, look at that. Oh, and then a little snack even, if you got a rogue nut there.
And it's so fun to do too.
It is very fun. So then we are going to take these pecans and we're going to spread them evenly along the bottom here of the pan. We're going to take a cup again. So you can buy these already chopped.
Yeah.
Or you can chop them too if you want to have a little fun like I did. So we're just going to get the rest of that. You don't want them to be like a complete dust, but you want them to be, you know, about that consistency. Okay.
Looking good.
So now we are going to take the coconut. Okay, so we've got a cup of coconut. And we're going to sprinkle that over top.
Is this sweetened, unsweetened coconut? Does it matter?
I have no idea. I just do what my mom says, and truth be told, she bought these ingredients for me.
We're definitely going to have it on the recipe. Don't worry, folks.
Yes, yes, yes. There you go. So I will ask Miss Penny Inman to see what kind of coconut is going on there. So that is your topping on the bottom.
Perfect. Which
Yes.
is going to eventually be the top.
Exactly. So that's the beauty of the upside down cake. So now, Brittany, we're gonna make the cake.
Oh, yes.
So you can pick any German chocolate cake mix. My mom picked Betty Crocker. I think she said that she usually does Duncan Hines, but they were sold out at the store, so we improvised with that as well. And you just follow the directions on the back of the cake mix as well.
And just a reminder, a stick of butter and then the 8-ounce cream cheese that you've also softened. And then
Exactly.
when it comes to, you say a whole box, this is a 16-ounce, so about a pound there.
Yeah, thank you. Again, I'm
yeah.
just going off of what my mom is buying me, so that is.
And the reason you want it to get softened is you're going to use this mixer and then you want it to be all smooth. You don't want lumpy icing, so to speak, or this
Exactly.
frosting that we're going to mix up.
Exactly. All right, so it looks like this is pretty well incorporated.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the chef here, but
I think it looks great.
okay, good. So let's go ahead and get started on this.
I'll switch you if you want.
Yes, we'll switch. So I'm going to go ahead and mix these two together, and I'm going to pass this powdered sugar over to your way
Yes.
because once these are combined, we are going to add that sugar in slowly. So yeah, we don't want this bowl to go anywhere here. Here, let's.
So I think what we'll do, we're going to mix this together. I'm going to help her slowly add, then we'll come back with putting the cake together.
Perfect. Okay, we are all mixed up. I got my arm workout in.
Yeah.
And it's looking great. It actually looks like icing now. So, and we are covered in powdered sugar.
Of course, that's the way it goes.
Yeah, exactly. So now, if you will pass me that
Sure
bowl, we are going to go ahead and spread
this out of
this.
your way.
Thank you. Spread this evenly along on top of the coconut here. So we're just going to sort of pour that in. So this is the German chocolate part of the German chocolate upside down cake.
I'm already a fan.
Yes. So I should get my mom to make this for you because then you'll be like, oh, that's how it's supposed to look. She's probably watching this right now cringing. Mom, I hope I do you proud here. But this is just something, like I said, whenever I smell this cake, I always think of my mom. And I just think it's special that her mom is the one whose recipe this is.
I mean, that's a true family recipe passed down to generations. That's
know,
why,
and now-
that's how it should go.
Here we go. Me trying to be the third. Hopefully it doesn't get canceled.
No way.
And I will say this pan is a little bit bigger than a 9 by 13 that I'm using right now, just because this is what I had. It's like a 9.5 by 13.5. So, but it's totally fine. Yeah, we're just gonna spread that out evenly there. So now we're just gonna sort of plop this on top here and then spread it out. So that tends to be what works the best because it is kind of hard to spread. And my mom said that it is hard to spread, so it's not just user error here. But,
Okay.
But yeah, so this is really cool because whenever you cut into this cake, you get sort of pockets of this cream cheese icing type of deal, and it's like little surprises inside. But you can make this cake for anything, you know, for a big family event, birthdays. Like I said, my brother likes it for his birthday cakes, or anything.
You know what's great about this? It is a one pan, almost, I mean, multiple steps, but really in a way one step, because it's not like you're baking the cake in 2 pans and bringing it out and layering it and then having to ice it afterward and then putting the pecans and the coconut on top. It's all going together before you even put it in the oven.
Yeah, and that is a great part about it. One thing I will say too is that whenever you're putting this on here, it's okay if the cream cheese icing sort of mixes with the chocolate. It's inevitable, and you don't want to get this close to the edge because it's gonna, we want this to flip out easily. So We want to keep this sort of in the middle of the cake. So that is a little life hack for you there.
How long does it bake?
So it bakes for 35 minutes. But, you know, every oven's different. So whenever you are opening up your oven, you want to sort of give it the jiggle test, see if it's still wiggly in the middle, and go from there and bake it like 5 more minutes if it is. So then you pull it out, you let it cool. Go. Okay, so this is what I'm saying is why it is called ugly cake. A lot of times in my family, it looks like molten lava here. And I think that with this one that I made ahead of time, I'd messed something up really bad. But
I bet it's going to taste great, though.
yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with chocolate and cream cheese, so let's just hope I don't poison anyone.
Well, the flip out, why don't we give you the space? Why don't you go over here?
Okay.
And then show us, this is sort of the important key last step, right?
Yes, and if this does not flip out, I might flip out.
Here,
Yes,
I've got an idea.
Yes, and my mom told me this.
Yes,
and,
there we go. There we go.
Yeah, I was just about to flip it out on the floor here.
Oh, yes, you're done.
All right, now we gotta... Moment of truth.
Yay!
And then we take the parchment paper off, of course, and you see those beautiful nuts and
yeah, you can
coconut
see.
here. And there you go. German chocolate upside down cake. It looks much better flipped this way, I think, but you know you got all that ooey gooey on the bottom there, so.
Well, if you need a sweet treat to end your Thanksgiving meal, this could be it. We hope you've enjoyed some of these recipes and perhaps we'll use them on your table during the holidays. Most of all, we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving full of great food and fellowship. Thanks for watching.